Hey, and welcome to HopCast.
Thanks for coming back, everybody.
I'm Brad Chmielewski,
My name is Ken Hunnemeder.
and we've got some pale ales.
Yeah, good classic pale ales. What's wrong with that?
You don't get any more
American
than that. Traditional pale ales. Just give me that beer.
Yeah, nothing, no frills, nothing fancy. Just good drinking pale ale. Everyone loves that.
Good for, I don't know, boating, fishing, living life,
Couching.
baseballing.
Yeah. Literally everything.
Yeah.
Except driving.
Yeah. So we got two. We got a local from Noon Whistle in
Yep.
Lombard.
Yeah, that out in the suburbs of Chicago.
Haven't had anything outside of a festival from them, so this should be interesting.
I've never had anything from Noon Whistle,
Okay.
so looking forward to that. And then a kind of an established brewery out on the West Coast in California, Coronado, on that little island outside of San Diego.
Yeah.
So we've been out to San Diego multiple times, drank a bunch of Coronado, but apparently we get them here in Chicago now, and they're canning. So cool.
Yeah. Good.
This is a California Pale Ale, the Easy Up Pale.
Right. So I feel like just thinking this is going to be a little more hoppy than maybe our local.
Yeah, California Pale Ale is probably a Midwest IPA. Same thing.
So this is coming in at 5.2. This was at 5%. Let's just start. Work our way up.
Yep.
5%. Let's do it.
Go local.
That poured out with a huge head on it.
Huge head, lots of sediment, cloudiness to it. Kind of a smaller operation, so you kind of expect that sometimes. Also, nowadays the haze
is
in
back.
beer is super in fad.
We love the haze.
Yeah, everyone's getting their
The dirtier the better.
New England IPAs going on right now. Kind of the whole thing started by the Alchemist, Heady Topper.
Okay.
I think that was why
How-
they told
how-
you to drink it out of the can, because so you couldn't see how
Because it was so
shitty it looked.
hazy.
Then it
we
got
can't filter
popular.
it. Yeah.
It got popular. So now people do it and are going through all these different lengths to get haze in their beer, including like add flour to it, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. But certainly this is not to that point. I mean, it's a little hazy, but it doesn't look milkshakey like some of those New England style beers.
Okay. The aroma, what's this, falconer hops?
Yeah, these are Falconer's Flight.
Falconer Flight. So aren't they like more like tangerine hot? Like I kind of get like a tangerine.
It smells tangerine, and what is that?
For whatever reason, I feel like the beers I've had with Falconer Flight hops come out very thin.
Thin,
Like
okay.
they like are missing something.
Well, that wouldn't be the hops' fault.
But yeah, wouldn't be the hops. But
A little pineapple-y.
how much is it like apple, like a green apple?
Yeah. There's like a very complex fruit character on it. I guess we can conclude. Just like we're all picking out all these different things, which is fun. But yeah, cool. Smells pretty good.
Let's give it a try. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so the flavor is definitely different than the aroma. It comes across as more of like a straight ahead pale ale, whereas like the aroma was a little exotic and extremely unique. But yeah, this is a crushable beer.
It has a little bit of like the tropical fruit taste, but not as like weird as the aroma did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
There's still a fruit in there that I'm having a hard time nailing down what it is.
Kiwi, passion,
I'm getting a little bit of that too.
fruit cocktail, just in general. Like
Dole fruit cocktail.
Just peeled back the lid. I'll trade you.
Oh, you know what it is? It's pear.
Oh, okay. I haven't had a pear in a while.
Pear's got that unique, weird type of tinge to it, and I'm getting a little bit of that.
I feel like I
love pears.
don't eat a lot of pears because they're so messy, and I just have to eat them over the sink because I just like have all this juice.
So juicy.
It's like, ugh. And then I'm like, well, I just ate that over the sink. That was kind of ridiculous.
You're a Neanderthal.
I just go deep in my pears.
But that's my favorite Jelly Belly flavor is the
pear?
The juicy pear.
Juicy pear? Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of what this reminds me of. I think that's
just
why I like it.
Just in the aroma. Do you get that in the taste?
No, just in the aroma.
Okay. Oh, I kind of like it. It's not. It's a little forgettable, but I enjoy it as I'm drinking it.
Yeah, I don't think it's trying to be super fancy or anything like that. I really like the aroma on it, as I said, but yeah, it's just it's a good beer. Mm-hmm. Nothing crazy out of the ordinary. It's just tasty.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know why the Cozmo Pale Ale is there, but yeah, this is Noon Whistle out in Lombard, which
Cosmo Kramer.
I've been to Noon Whistle because they're right next to Whirlyball in Lombard.
Did you go with Chance the Rapper?
No, he went to the one here.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You can't go. Yeah, but this is their first like normal size can. They do crawlers there.
Okay.
Yeah, I went with family like after dinner somewhere, so we drove over to Noon Whistle. So it's a nice place to hang out. They don't have food. Mm-hmm. The bathroom, if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to walk through the brewery, so you can kind of like you get a little mini tour if you have to pee. Like, yeah, I see that's where you make beer, and that's
go in there, turn some knobs, open some valves. I had to pee.
Mm-hmm. If you think they have shuffleboard there, so good place to hang out. Like especially if you're playing Whirlyball, then you just go over to Noon Whistle. Man, that's a good strip mall right there.
I assume they have some Noon Whistle offerings at Whirlyball as well.
Possibly, yeah.
They usually do pretty good with the beer at Whirlyball.
Yeah. So, cheers. Check out Noon Whistle, and nice to see them starting to get some packaged out there.
Yeah. Good stuff. Juicy pear.
All right, Noon Whistle. I'm still finishing this. You crushed it, man. You crushed it.
Well, it told me to on the can.
I know. But we're gonna move on to the Coronado.
Yeah, Coronado. I don't know how long they've been around, but they've been there ever since we started going out to San Diego.
And we'd have them quite a bit going to Portland, Oregon, because Coronado was there. I feel like their like IPA or their wheat ale was like kind of like a go-to. Yeah,
and so typical kind of Southern California hoppy brewery.
Right. Yeah. So I've reached for their pale ale. Like, let's see what you can do and like calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, this is 5.2. It's 35 IBUs. It seems pretty crushable.
Okay. Let's pour it out and take a look.
All right.
So the other beer was like a mucky mess. In a good way. This one's really clear.
Just there's the slightest of haze to it.
Yeah.
Not like insanely brilliant, but it's pretty clear beer.
Mm-hmm. And like
kind of a rocky head.
Nice, yeah, but about finger? You got a little more there. So that's kind of nice. But we're kind of thinking it's going to be a little more hoppy. It's California. They are using. I don't even know what hops they're using. They're probably not using Falconer hops, but I don't know if it said. Oh,
Cascade and Mandarina.
Mandarina. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Kind of a classic hop, and then a little bit of a newer
flavoring, probably more the Mandarina. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Cheers. Let's give it a try. Ooh. Okay. It's like it feels simpler than the Noon Whistle.
It seems a little cleaner, just kind of like straight ahead.
It feels easier. It feels more crushable than the Noon Whistle. Like the Noon Whistle, although the
prove it, dude.
Fruit cocktail was there, I just feel like this Coronado is kind of like smoother, it's lighter, it's almost more refreshing.
Yeah, it's got I think more of a pine character than a fruity character.
Mm-hmm. But you find that probably from like the Cascade is a little more piney forest.
I mean, it definitely has some fruit character to it, but certainly not as fruity as the falconer hops from the Noon Whistle.
But it's kind of like what you think of a pale ale should almost taste like, right?
Yeah. It's
like, not that the Noon Whistle was not a pale ale. It's just like these are the flavors I kind of like think.
More traditional pale ale.
Like a light IPA. That's kind of what I think a pale ale is a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a throwback where it's, they're using Cascade, which is, becoming less and less typical. People are going for some of the more in vogue hops, like your Mosaic and Citra and stuff like that, if you can get your hands on it.
Is it because they can't get Cascade or because it's boring?
I think we're in a time right now where it's boring. I mean, you can get Cascade way easier than you can get some of those other ones. So if people can get their hands on it, they're going to use it. Cascade is kind of a ubiquitous hop. I mean, it's a very important hop. Okay. It kind of put, that region on the map as far as like what flavors it can develop in hoppy styles of beer. But people have done it, so everyone's kind of looking for something new.
Well, that's the craft beer
Yeah.
trend or idea is you're always like searching for the next thing, where sometimes Cascade is like pretty good and where it's at.
Sometimes you need a fucking Sierra Nevada Pale Ale because it just rules.
Yeah.
And I mean, does it get any more Cascade than Sierra Nevada Pale Ale? I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, I mean,
so if you were then,
sometimes you lose sight of the amazing beers that are they've been around for a while, so they're not as exciting, but they've been around for a while because they're really good. Like I don't think there's a better example than Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
So you mentioned that. How does this compare to like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale?
I wouldn't stack it up next to it.
Okay.
I mean, and that's a hard thing to ask. I mean, it's like asking someone to make a wit that's better than Allagash White.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's the beer.
That's the standard. Yeah. So, if it could win the award every time, it would. But people know what it is.
It does win quite a bit, but yeah, sometimes
bias. Like,
sure,
everyone knows what Sierra Nevada Pale Ale tastes like. Everyone knows what Allagash White tastes like. So it's like, wow, I know that's Allagash White is good, but should we give it to someone else?
Hand him another medal?
Yeah.
Well, you should. Yeah. Those are the best.
But I like that. I like Coronado. I feel like it's just like a brewery that's like just solid. Like, I often pick up Chicago breweries. I pick up local breweries because I want to support the scene here, but sometimes I'm like, I know Coronado does good stuff, or I know Ballast Point does good stuff, and I just like, I just need that this week.
Sure.
Let's do that.
Sure. I mean, I think for me, Firestone's a great example. Mm-hmm. They're not local for me, but they're one of my favorite breweries in the world. So if I see some Firestone, it's like the same argument with Allagash White, Sierra Nevada. Firestone's been around, and DBA's been around for a long time, and Union Jack and Pale 31, but they're really, really good beers. So if I see it and it's fresh, I'm grabbing it. I mean, even now, Pivo Pils, that's a newer beer, but I think it's kind of putting its stake in the ground right now as one of the really, really good American-made Pilsners.
Right. So I think this is kind of a good, we got the new brewery and the old established brewery. So it's kind of nice to revisit the old guys. And they're not even that old. Yeah. I don't know when they started, but...
I'm not trying to knock on Coronado at all because I like Coronado, but you have to respect your elders sometime. That was just where the conversation led.
Yeah, so I dig this beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And crushable.
Yeah, also crushable.
So let's crush them.
All right. Cheers.